Thanks for joining me today. My name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads. And today is Get Started. It's our classes Get Started. And this is for really our new clients who are just joining us, and also people who just want to get a refresher on what's going on. And I will say this, there's a chat panel there. If you have questions, you can just toss them in and I'll see them as they pop up. But also, if you have questions right now of the things that you want to know, if you need answers, just put them in the chat panel right away and I'll get to them as we get rolling here. So let me just say, Listings to Leads is an advertising platform for realtors. It is designed to help agents get more listings, get more buyers. It's designed to help you if you have listings and even if you don't have listings. And we feel like that's usually what's going on. Sometimes you have listings and you got to sell them. You can leverage those listings to get more buyers and more listings. But there are other times where you don't have a listing and what do you got to do? There's a lot of tools here to help you there. So I see a lot of people logging in now, and I want to repeat what I said just a moment ago, which is in the GoToMeeting navigation bar is a section that says materials. For me, I see a more button. I open that, then I see the materials. I highly recommend that you download the 2 documents that I've uploaded there. One is for Facebook and Google ads, and the other is for top tools for more listings. So we'll touch on a few of those things, but we won't go in huge detail because we have a lot to cover today. And again, if you have questions, just put them in right away. If you need answers now, just right away. I want to start today's call by looking at a report that I get every week. Scott and I get this, and it's useful because it tells us who's out there of our clients that are out there generating leads, right? And using our landing pages. So one of the big things that agents are getting more focused on is how to get more listing leads, right? And here I can see for the past 7 days and the past 30 days, who's doing the most, getting most effective. And so here we've got a Remax agent over in Hawaii, and they're using this landing page. The funny thing is this says, what is your property valuation plus home worth now? That is actually the name of our landing page. When you create a landing page, you should replace those words with something like, I don't know, what is your Waikiki home worth now, right? Or what is your Lahaina or whatever, your Hawaiian home worth? Not that. But even though this agent didn't bother to update that or customize it, he still has 22 leads coming from that page. And there must not be a lot of people in Hawaii doing that kind of search. That's pretty good for 7 days to get 22 leads. This guy here from Assist to Sell, the owners often sign up with us and they create their own landing pages and run their own ads. This office here, I can't remember where they are. He is continually generating leads every week. He's always on this list. So he is just focused on getting more listings, and he customized it by looking like that, right? Just a very simple look of kind of the neighborhood. So keep going. I want to show you a couple. Let's see here. Let's go through them up here. I have a couple open up here. So this one it's different. It's not an instant home value. It's not the normal one. What he's doing is giving some bullet points. So he customized the page to look like that. And that's why I wanted to show you these, is that we give you a couple of default landing pages. This is a landing page, an ultimate room by room cleaning guide, right? Totally different kind of concept. And that's the thing. There's so much in real estate advertising that people have seen and maybe they don't respond to. And our clients are starting to realize they can do a lot of their own custom concepts and generate leads. And this particular landing page is up on my chart because it's getting a lot of leads. This person has a free home buyer workshop. Okay. Got a few points of why you want to register, and then boom, click to register. So this has been a very successful landing page this week as well. And then here's one that's timely for the Easter holiday. Register to get a free Easter basket, right? So they're collecting addresses with this, and that sort of starts the conversation. A couple others that I've seen I've got two examples of this. This is for a yard sale, right? So what you're asking is, hey, do you need some help in advertising? Give me your address, right? And so you send this to people you share it on social media, and people who are thinking of having yard sale you can help them. And I know I have another one. Here's our traditional, what is your home worth page out up in Canada. One of our Canadian clients is using it. Yeah. And let's see here. This is the Hawaiian one. So we looked at this. We're just going to breeze through a couple of these, but there's something very important on one of these that I want to show you. So this is our standard kind of home valuation landing page. And I like this because he's got a picture of a mall, right? This is like some kind of discount mall, right? And so a lot of what I tell people when they're creating landing pages is to put something in the background that everybody will recognize. It's not the new custom mansions. It's not a home. It's a landmark. It could be a restaurant. I wanted to bring you here because this guy here, he's on my report, and he has, let's see, in the past, let's see here. Okay, this guy is on the top of my list. And I wanted to show, yeah, Livingston Home. So he has 10 leads of instant home valuation with this page. And here, not this page, sorry, this one. And what's really unusual, do you see how this one has the address, name, email address, and phone? Now, I don't know if you've ever seen this kind of thing. Oh, James is saying you've done this. What have you done there, James? Normally, I would tell you, don't put a phone number and require a phone number up front like this, because people will leave. And here I have this gentleman proving me wrong, that I'm dead wrong. I don't know. I think he's an agent from Keller Williams. He's signed up here and he set up his account very strangely. I don't know what he's actually doing, but he's called himself Livingston Home Values, right? But here's his email address and pulling those listings. But I want to show you this because I would not have expected this. This person has been running, let's see, these are the leads coming from that report. Okay. Or from that landing page. So let's click here. Let's see how this happened. If I click on details, and this is the leads here, this is property valuation page for Fox Hills. Yeah. I don't know how he got this out. Okay. So there's that. I would have thought that maybe it was an ad, but it's not. He's actually driving people to this physical page somehow. He could be running an ad through Google, or he could be just sharing it on social media. I don't know how he's getting people here, but they are literally giving him all the details: phone number, email, and address and name, right? In that form. And the reason why I'm saying this is typically I would tell you, don't even ask, but this guy's requiring a phone number. And maybe there's something happening in the market that people really want to sell. So this is a very unusual landing page. His results are great. To get 10 listing leads in 7 days. And let me click on ads here. Let's see if he's run any ads with our stuff here. I don't think I see that this is related to an ad. So I don't know how he got this in front of people. Oh yeah. He did run an ad. Interesting. Really? Okay. So this is what he did. He has a Livingston Home Value here. He's got 11 clicks. He's got a $50 ad. I don't know. We're jumping into ads here, people. We're jumping into ads. Right. He's got an ad for Livingston Home Value, and he's getting charged 61 cents a click, which is really cheap. And he's got 11 people over there. I don't think he's got 11 leads from the Livingston one here, but this page here, I don't think this is the Livingston one. Let's go look at it. We're bopping around here. This is not normally my direction. We'll get on my normal kind of train of thought. But I just want to see, because this guy popped up, and it's Fox Hills is the one I'm showing you here, right? This is Fox Hills. But if I look at this, I can tell that he ran an ad. So what's really unusual, he's running an ad, he's driving traffic to this page, And that's pretty good, right? People are seeing the ad, they're clicking on it, they're landing on the page. And normally I don't even tell you to do that. I tell you, don't drive traffic to a page. This gentleman is totally teaching me that I have been wrong, that this can work. In this one, in Fox Hills, this is the page that we're looking at. There is not, however, this one actually is showing up. There is not an ad for this. So maybe he was sharing that, just copying the link and putting it out on social media, because Fox Hills has, you can see here, a number of leads, like 10 or 11. Here are the Livingston leads, right? So he's got 35. Is that right? He's got 35 seller leads with name, email, and phone number. This is a test one, right? Oh, he must have heard us from Ballin, Lori Ballin. That makes sense. That's good. So I am impressed. I'm not sure how he got all these people to the page, except some of those leads are from an ad, but he might have shared it or he might have embedded it. I know that Lori Ballin's always saying, embed our landing pages in your website and drive people there. But all that being said, this guy has been collecting leads since October. He's got 35, let's just say 33 seller leads, right? But just a few in the past week, right? A dozen, 15 seller leads. And those are coming from landing pages, which are a big part of our system. All right. And so you can customize them. And that's really the whole point of starting the call here. Is a lot of what I show you is all templated, right? It's pretty standard. We make it templated because realtors don't have time to create all kinds of things, but they can click a few buttons and get something that really fits their market and then get it out in the market. And that's what this gentleman's doing. And that's what you can all do, right? So let's see where I am. We're here. Let's get out of this account and let's get into my account so that we all the things. So let's talk a little bit about how to set up your account. Now that we've looked at some cool things and seen, oh, there's a good way to get listing leads. Let's talk about how you just set up your account, which is the get started call. So we should start at the beginning, right? Oh, James, you're saying you put a picture of the actual community in the background. That can work, especially if it's identifiable. If I saw that photo and I know that's my area, that's what you want. We got to remember, guys, when you're running an ad or if you're sharing something or if you're doing a mailing and you're pointing people to a page like this that says, give me your address, name, email, and phone number, that's a heavy lift. That is a really big ask. Okay. On the internet, that especially if you're putting on the internet anywhere, even if you're running an ad on Google or you're running it out on Facebook, that is a big ask. Now, the thing is that a photograph that is recognizable can really make a major difference, right? It'll make a big difference of, am I going to walk away from this page or am I going to fill it out? And I can tell you, I showed you examples at the beginning of the call. There's a mall in the background. I've seen pages where restaurants do it, government buildings, schools. These all can make a difference in the background of your page. And we'll go to the landing page in a little bit, and then we'll talk about how to create that, right? So let's close this. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. And let's get into the account, right? Let's get into setting up. So when you sign in the very first time, there's like a miniature wizard right in front of you. And it says, hey, put your picture in. And let's see if I have it here. I don't actually have it. Let me see if it's here. Active listings. I don't see it. Okay. So let me just show you. I'm going to drive through the actual profile. We'll talk about it. When you come, there's a little box and it says, put your picture in here, right? And you want to do that. You want to put your photo in there. That's Scott over there. Put your email addresses in there. That's your working email address. This MLS email is the email address inside your MLS. So make sure that's there. That's how we can auto sweep your listing. If you've got an assistant that can track your leads or works with your marketing tools, you want to put that there, right? The next page we're going to drop you on is branding. And you can add your logo. You can add a white logo. We've got some tools that a white logo works well. But you see these colors out here. you can change all that. Let's see here. I'm going to just copy that color and put it here. So just see how like I'm changing it and I'm just showing you it's pretty simple and then save it. And those colors flow through all of your marketing, all of your postcards, all of your print, your PDF guides, all of our listing presentations, our virtual tours, our single property websites. Your branding flows through, right? You can also choose the style of single property website you want. I really recommend the lead generation style. Let me just show you the difference. See if this will get us there. That doesn't get us there. Okay. We'll go look at it in a bit. There's a luxury style and there's a lead gen style. I am more into capturing leads. And so that's why I recommend it. We always create a luxury style, but when you have that certain kind of home, then you want to use that. I also recommend checking out this section here, which is different kinds of templates. And when we're sharing the social media for you, we do this automatically. Your template can look like this, right? There are definitely different styles. So you might want to buzz through and say, oh, I wonder what this style looks like, right? And so like that and set it and forget it, right? They're just different options, right? So when we're auto posting for you, we do that. Now here back in the page here. Let's go to the top on your profile. Social media links here. This is where we'll have some follow me on Facebook stuff, follow me on LinkedIn, on YouTube. And you go copy the link from those websites and you paste it here. A lead gen signature, you can copy and embed in your email. There's always your reviews page and then an instant home value page and your branding and stuff like that. I really recommend having a look at this because you see how your phone number's here? I get so many emails from realtors with the slickest luxury looking signature bars that are literally pictures. They're a picture. When we put this in, it's not a photo, it's text. And the reason why I'm saying that is I literally get this. I get an email in my smartphone and it's, hey, call me. And their phone number is sitting in that picture, but you can't click on it. But I'm on a smartphone. You would think I would be able to click on it. No, it's because it's in a photograph and you can't do it. And if you have that kind of signature bar, I know it looks cool, but it's just not very efficient of what's going on. So I really recommend you look at this because you can copy it here. You can embed it in your own email. And then whenever people see stuff, they can see all your reviews, they can get an instant home value and they can just click and dial your number, right? If you're really techie and you like to get pixels and stuff from Facebook and Google, you can do that, right? But the real thing that I want everybody to do, and you have to be super techie and crazy to be messing with pixels. I really want you to make sure that you get to the section that's social media auto posting. You connect your social media accounts and definitely connect your Google business. We're seeing higher SEO from our clients because of the posting content that we're putting. That's going to allow us to auto post your listings, our free home valuation landing page, our down payer assistance, and our new construction landing page. Also here is connecting your CRM. So we have a lot of software APIs, patches, bridges. The doc can't hear me. I think everybody can hear me. Can everybody hear me? Can I get a thumbs up there? Let me know if you can hear me, people. I think you can. Yeah. Yep. But let me type a message to Doc, reboot, or thanks everybody. Okay. So here's where CRM integration means when we capture a lead, if you're using our tools or capturing a lead somewhere, we're going to deliver it. If you've got these things here, one of these, you can just connect and go. But if you don't have one of these CRMs, normally your CRM will have an email parsing address. And what that means is if you send a lead to that email address, and it's usually going to be like your name with like about 50 letters behind it or numbers mixed up at whatever, followupboss.com. And you paste that right here in this box, and that tells us to send the leads there. And then that company will pick them up, scrape them, and drop them in. If you don't see your company on an API here, and you don't see your CRM doesn't have a lead for an email, you might want to find another CRM. Okay. So here, that's what you can set up on the profile. I do want to point out, I rarely do this anymore, but if you have a good website, and a good website, what I mean by that is a website that can convert traffic to a lead. And many times somebody can find your website and they can just search for years and you never know. Right. But there are other websites that when I land on it, it says, I'm going to look for homes in the area and, this website is down. Okay. Then I look at 3 or 5 properties and then it says, please register to continue. If you have that kind of website, then put the web address here and type in the name of your favorite town, like Dallas Homes for Sale, and check that box. And these will become default links on all of your tools, on all of your marketing tools. You really only want to do this if you've got a website that can convert traffic. So that's lead links over here on the left, right? If we keep going up, you'll see that there's text IVR, and text IVR means dial this number and send it to that number. And you can get an instant home value, or you can find out about this home. These numbers stay in your account. It is a $10 a month add-on. You get 10 codes, but it's pretty nice because if we're doing auto posting, we'll put that number in there. And if people are seeing this on the phone, they can just quickly text a number to the other, right? We also embed these on your ads, and we have sign writers, which I'll show you later, which they can go on. And that can be I do want to talk a little bit about this section here. Actually, I want to go here to success stories. So success stories is a section where our clients like you are talking about what's going on. And so we just got one here this morning and he says, hey, I just want to read this top one. We just got a listing because of the nearby homeowner letter. We send it out with all listings. The person who got the letter was a decision maker at their church and they knew they would be listing their parsonage soon. We are up against other realtors and got the listings. We will continue to use these great tools. Oh, that's awesome. So if you want to see a little bit about what other people are doing, the success stories here section is here. I want to talk about, you see these 2 tabs here, follow-ups and leads. Let's start with follow-ups. We're going to change the name here to drip campaigns. That's what they are. Okay. And mine, I've got like a demo account here. So I got all kinds of weird stuff in here, but you should have 2, or actually you'll have a seller follow-up and a buyer follow-up. And and then also in Spanish, if you're working in the Spanish market. Now we're going to have it to where these 2 are turned on automatically. Right now you have to turn them on, but we're about to make some modifications this quarter, the second quarter of the year, to help our clients convert leads. Okay. I think we're probably the number 1 company in real estate advertising in capturing the volume of leads per dollar, right? Meaning it's low cost compared to everywhere else. And a lot of ways to capture leads. Some ways you pay for them, some ways they're free, but we know nobody's even close to us in this regard of the volume of leads that our clients can capture. Do they use all the tools? No, right? No, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you got 100% adoption of all clients, because realtors, they'll sign up and they'll turn around and they'll forget they signed up until 6 months later when they look at their credit card. However, for the people who are using our tools, they get awesome results. And the reason I'm pointing this out is that I'm looking at this section right now is we want more of our clients to convert those leads. So this is going to be in the future, in the next week or 2, by default, that seller and buyer drip campaign is going to be turned on, just like it's turned on right here. If you have a CRM and those people in your CRM right now are not calling you because they don't want to talk to you, you might want to turn this on and because ours are actually converting leads already. We embed a lot of our tools that I'm going to show you into the CRM and into the drip campaigns. So people are getting messages that have value. They're not just reading something that your canned drip campaigns are tossing out with your photograph and phone number. That's not what it's about. It's about giving them more information and more value until they're ready to pull the trigger. So follow-ups is going to be combined with this page, which is called leads today. And this is all going to be called pipeline. This is going to be merged together and it's going to be called our pipeline. And it is going to have your top most important, your top 10 buyer leads and your top 10 seller leads. And we're going to rank them in the end by how much are they opening? Are they opening and downloading reports? Because then you're going to know if you're sending them things, they're not even looking at your email. It's not a useful lead. But if they're getting emails continually from you and they're opening and they're downloading certain reports, where you're going to know what their interests are and what they are responding to. And then we're going to actually add a place right now. If you get a lead, it looks like this. Let's just go over here. It tells you where the lead came from, what tool. Was it an ad? Was it a landing page? Was it a flyer or a postcard? It tells you where it's coming from. And then it's also going to tell you their name and their contact and address if necessary. But what we're going to be adding is a value and a earnings, right? Commission. So that you will know, oh, they're going to buy a home. You'll know, you'll be able to add it very quickly to this page that it's a buyer lead or a seller lead, and that there is $400,000 in volume in that, and that your commission is whatever you decide. That way you will see a month by month pipeline of what these leads are actually worth to you. And then you can add your activity. Remember how I said the information, the drip campaigns will be right here. So you'll know what they're opening. You can actually see the open rates and stuff like that. Look for this at the end of this quarter. We should be live with this. If we keep moving up, client reviews. Now we have a website that's auto designed to showcase all of your reviews, right? It's sitting right here on this page, ready for you. There's a little video. You can get your review swept here. There's a little video of how to sell your home. It's actually showing a lot of the tools that we're providing at Listings to Leads, but it's not talking about Listings to Leads. It's talking about this is what you're bringing to the table. You can also snap in a YouTube video. Maybe you got a testimonial, how awesome you are. Put it there. There are PDF guides. We haven't talked about them yet, but if somebody wants to download one, they just got to give you their contact information. So you've got this. All of your listings are here. And if somebody clicks, they're going to see all kinds of tools, all kinds of information on a listing, and they're going to be able to, there's lots of call to actions to become a lead here over and over. So that's just client reviews. Up here is like the heavy hitter stuff: listing marketing, ad software, PDF guides, social content, and landing pages. So let's keep going up the landing page section. We're still really talking about setup. And the one thing that I want to make sure that you're all aware of is you get, I think, 3 or 4 landing pages just right off the bat. You get free home values, down payment assistance, new construction, and iBuyer. Now you can click these and customize them. We customize this one, and it's got a picture of some kind of back patio, but yours is going to have a suburban sidewalk kind of neighborhood driveway shot, right? You might want to change that to make sure it looks like your area, because those pages auto flow a lot through a lot of your tools. What's really important, I think, when you're doing setup is that you click here and you click on Property Valuation Plus, which is our instant home value, and you type in the name of your favorite town. I'm going to say Miami. It's not my favorite, but I can spell it. Just click create landing page, and that is going to create a generic landing page that offers an instant home value. It's going to look like this. It's going to have a photograph of a coffee cup and a pen and a half of a laptop, right? This you want to be careful with. When we started the call, I showed you all those landing pages that people are using to capture leads this past 30 days and 7 days. They're not going out. They're not on my list because they're generic. They're on my list when they're custom and they really speak to that local market. And so if you create a landing page for Miami or Vancouver or any town in Chicago, make sure you've got a picture in the background that looks like that area, so that I'm going to feel confident giving you my name and email and phone number and address, right? You get all kinds of landing pages, actually unlimited landing pages. There used to be companies that they would sell you one of those pages that I just showed you for $60 a month. I don't know if they exist anymore, but that was what the industry was like. You can create iBuyer landing pages. There are FSBO landing pages. So if you want to reach out to FSBOs and offer them some free tools so you can develop that relationship, that's there. Got a landing page for expireds, how to avoid foreclosure. I showed you some of the custom buyer landing page and seller landing pages that people are offering this week and that are capturing leads. And then there's all these that are all templated, right? At least when you get started, create the property valuation plus one for your number one farm market. Okay. If we keep moving up the navigation bar, we got social content and we have 49 different topics. And so what this section is, it's that we're asking you to connect your social media account. It won't look like this when you come here the first time. The first time it's going to say connect your social media accounts, and you connect your social media accounts. And then it says, okay, how often do you want us to post? We're doing every day. That's crazy. Turn that off. Let's 5 days a week. 4. Yeah. Say. And then it's, if you make a change, it's hey, should we update it? Yeah. So you could have it go out 1 day a week if you want, right? But the real value is not the calendar. And that it is that there are over 50 different real estate related topics here. The two right here, get the PDF guides. We haven't talked about the PDF guides. We're going to talk about next. You want to make sure you have these turned on. We got them in Spanish as well if you need that. But we have all these holiday stuff here. We've got all these kind of home design section here. So kitchen, living rooms, kid spaces. You've even got outdoor living stuff, which is really cool, and maintenance stuff, and even some humor, meme stuff. You choose the ones that you want and you save it, and we will auto post it throughout the year. I actually was having a talk with somebody in Florida last week, and he said this section here, which frankly, we weren't thinking of it too much. We just built it because we knew clients wanted it. He said, I grew my audience on Instagram from 150 to 600 in 5 months. And he said, and it's your content that people like, right? And that's great. If you want to build a bigger network on social media, whether it's Google or whether it's Instagram or Facebook, this can be helpful. The nice thing is once you set it up here, you don't have to come back here. So let's keep going up. Now, this section here, we really don't have to, we're getting into the real tools here, right? This is not set up. Remember that I told you that the colors that we're choosing on the profile are going to flow through this whole thing. But what you want to know is that there are 80 PDF guides, 40 for home buyers and 40 for home sellers. I'm going to click on home sellers because a lot of people are looking for help from us to get more listings. And here's a report here, 5 dangers of overpricing. You can download it right here. And I want to point this out. At the beginning of the call, I showed you, a number of people who are generating listing leads. Okay. And they had name, phone number, email, and address, right? I was showing you that one page that he's just, he's even requiring it. Yeah, this guy here. So when you get to converting a listing lead, how are you going to do that? I know a lot of you think I should pick up the phone and speed the lead, call that person immediately, right? And let me just say, speed the lead is a term developed by salespeople before smartphones, and definitely before smartphones could tell you that I don't know who you are. And so if you happen to be speed the lead calling somebody and they tell you, I don't know what you're talking about, that's because they don't even know who you are. I highly recommend that you start texting leads before you start calling leads, if you want to convert them. And if you're getting a listing lead with a name, phone number, email, and address, you text them, you email them, and you download these. You download them in English or in Spanish, and you put them in an envelope, you paperclip your business card, and you drop one of those off every week. You will get higher conversion. There are 40 of these for homeowners. Now, this one here, that's just it. Once you have the lead here, we have a short form video script, which means there's a video script if you want to create a video kind of post about that particular PDF guide, right? There, you can create a Facebook and Instagram ad. You can create an ad on Google. You can share it to social media. There's an e-flyer for your database. Whenever you see e-flyer for your database in our system, it means you can copy that, and it's an e-flyer, and you blast it out on your own CRM. Okay. Now, if you have hundreds or thousands of leads, you want to be sending out one of our flyers once a week on any tool you want, at least once a week. There's also a cold calling script. Okay. So if you're going to send this out and say, hey, I just sent you something about 5-day digital pricing. If you're thinking about selling, download that report, that sort of story. Print flyers and postcards, landing pages, all of these things are capturing leads for you. Okay. Now, I want to just go back to the social media post here. And I want to state a post is something that you share. Realtors sharing things on social media all the time. It's different from an ad because a post goes to the network that's following you, and an ad reaches out to people who don't even know you exist. Now, you can do it one by one here, and you now know there are 80 of these. But remember, on the social content area, which we looked at a couple minutes ago, we'll post them for you automatically with landing pages behind it so that you can capture leads and not wasting your time sharing these one by one. If you want to do it one by one, this is where you do it. Let's jump up. We'll skip ad section for a minute. Let's go up to listings. And there's a lot here. We keep adding here, and it just gets deeper and deeper. But I want to point out something here. Everybody should go to the listing presentation section and download maybe the pre-listing packet. That's actually for early stage listing lead. But if you're going on a listing appointment, download this and get this into your listing presentation, right? You can run an ad if you want to run an ad to talk about all the ways that you sell a home. We actually pre-bake that for you, right? There's a video here of the marketing plan that we're preparing for you. And you can share it on social media. So there's all kinds of ways to share that listing presentation out into the market. Some are free, like a post, and some are paid, like Google and Facebook ads. Short form video script. Here's a story that you can just download, read a couple times, whip out your smartphone, and get up on social media, right? Door hangers and print flyers, all to get people to understand your ability to sell a home and your marketing plan, right? Well, that's all on the listing presentation section. Down here, this is where your listings start to flow. On the setup, if I mentioned earlier, if we have your email address that's in your MLS, we'll auto sweep your listings. And if not, there's a button to pull in listings. And if you don't have your own listings and your office or you have colleagues or friends that have listings and you want to borrow them, click grab active listing and you can pull those in. If you're new to us and you sold something in the past 1 or 2 months, we can't auto grab those. I highly recommend that you manually add them, because if you market a home that is pending or under contract or sold, all the call to actions are designed to get you more listings. So you definitely, if you want more listings, you want to get those in here. Now, there's a lot here on this email. And we actually email a big email. We say, hey, here are all the tools, get them, right? Use them. But here we have this kind of like the work area. So there's Facebook and Instagram ads. And all you got to do is click on that and the ad is written, right? Remember I mentioned the text number? It's embedded automatically right there. And you just click create ad. It's a $35 ad for 7 days. Okay. Now I will tell you this. If you're in like an area where people want to buy, if maybe they're looking to move to your area, you can target that area, right? I'm going to type in Newport Beach. What's happening with? Hold on, my keyboard is taking a nap. Newport Beach. So you can target out of state, right? And let people know that you have this home for sale. So there's a lot more to this that I want to remind you. We mentioned it at the beginning of the call that there's a download inside of this. If you look in the GoToMeeting chat panel, there is a section that says materials. And in materials, you can download a Facebook and Google class and top tools for more listings. This is our YouTube channel. I'm going to send this to everybody right now. And if you're seeing this, I highly recommend that you grab this link. Otherwise, you can find it on Google. Go to our videos page. And here you'll see that I have a class that's top tools for more listings. I highly recommend you watch that. And I really recommend that you watch our Facebook and Google class. It's funny, I'm talking about the same guy in both classes, but something important came up a couple weeks ago from this guy, Brian Math, and then Get Started is here, right? And so I rotate through these. I really recommend for everybody on this call, I'm sure you are probably thinking what a lot of the industry is thinking, which is listings are going to be more important come July 1. And that means they're going to be more competitive. And if you want to be very competitive, I recommend you watch 2 or 3 versions of my top tools to get listings. They're about 80%, 75% the same content, but I go into kind of focuses on each call about a certain aspect of the program. And you're going to want to know how to be very competitive to get listings. And that's covered over there on YouTube. The reason I brought us over there is the Facebook and Google class. I go a lot more in depth on how you run ads. Here, scroll down, social media posts. This is free social media auto posting. You can see here, we auto post it. It looks colorful. There's a landing page. If somebody sees it and they click on it, there's a landing page and it's going to help them get more information on that home. All they got to do is give them your contact info. We have a tool for social media, for seller social media. So it's not for you because we're already auto posting. This is email. And then you call your client and you say, hey, please put that on your wall. You totally want to be using this, right? E-flyer. There's an e-flyer for your database, for your seller's database. There's a nearby homeowner letter. This is the number one tool that we create that generates listing leads that turn into listing contracts. So watch our top tools for more listings call, because I tell you the ways that you can get this out. We have a simple way here with Express Copy. There's a more complicated way that gets incredible results. And that's going to be over here on top tools to get more listings. I talk about it every time. I have been for months. E-flyer for your database. What does that mean? Copy it and blast it out on your CRM. It says there's an open house up top. What's it say on the bottom? Fetch your home value. Get your free home value, right? Cold calling scripts about the open house. Short form videos if you're going to create video content for social media. Single property website, lead gen versus luxury. Same thing for virtual tours. And then a great open house marketing toolkit. If you market, we've had clients who market their open houses for 5 days or 7 days, 50, 80, 90 leads in a week on one home. The guy that I was showing you here in this video, there's a guy about to talk. That guy generated 114 buyer leads on one home. He used Facebook ads and he had open houses. He sold the home in that video. If you go watch it, he said, yeah, we converted 4 of those leads to buying other homes. One of them probably bought that home, but he said, we have 3 to 4 transactions from those 114 leads. He ran the ads in the way I'm showing you how to run the ads up top. Postcards and door hangers, sign writers with the text codes, even with QR codes if you want. Blog posts, Craigslist. We auto upload a YouTube video to your own channel if you want. We do it to our channel, but if you have your own YouTube channel, we can post it there automatically for you. That's all listing marketing. It's really tough. If yes, Linda, you can bolt on KB Core on the profile page. There's an API. So this is the ad section. And ads, you can run ads on Facebook and Instagram. That's up. It's actually incredibly powerful. And that's because we use what's called Facebook lead forms. So when somebody sees an ad on Facebook and they click on it, this little window pops up. I'm going to go over here to Facebook and see if I can show you what an ad looks like. Sorry. Let's see here. All right. We're waiting for ads here. We'll give that a minute to over there. When you come here the first time, it's going to say connect to Facebook. Okay. And connect to Facebook. It's going to show your name and you say yes. And then say, okay, what business pages? And those are going to be real estate business pages. At that point, you can create an ad on a listing, you can create an ad on a landing page and a PDF guide, right? Well, I'm going to show you that if you write an ad on for sale or just listed, it's going to get buyer leads. If you run an ad on a home that is sold, it's going to get seller leads. But if you run an ad on a home that is pending, it's going to get seller leads, and they're going to be really cheap. Same kind of lead, just less cost. And there's a cost per lead on Facebook ads. Like for instance, a buyer lead costs $3. A just sold ad lead costs $7. Instant home value, like what is your home worth in wherever, that costs $15 each. If you use one of our PDF guides, we've got 80. If you try to run a PDF guide on for home owners, those leads can be $5 to $10 each. Here, when we run an ad on a listing that is pending or under contract, because no other agents are doing it, the lead costs $2.50. And that is a very cheap lead. And that's coming with name, email, and phone number and how soon they want to sell. So I really recommend that you look into that. And I'm going to bop over the YouTube channel. I just blew through that very quickly. I go into deep detail, all of those lead costs and stuff like that on the Facebook and Google class. Definitely check that out. So let me look here. A couple of bigger things. If you're going to run landing pages, what is your home worth? I definitely recommend you watch my Facebook and Google class. And then here, right now, Google software is an add-on. It's $30 a month. It's well worth it. And I'm going to tell you why. If you had to go run an ad on Google, and let's say you wanted to run an ad on whatever landing page you created. I have a landing page for Atlanta. So let's click create an ad. Okay. On Google, this is how you do it. You create the landing page in our system. You put a nice picture in the background, right? Let's see here. There we go. Atlanta, Georgia. Publish. Boom. That's all you got to do to have an ad on Google. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. When I say, how do I sell my home on Google? You see all these people here? These are sponsored agents. And these are other companies, people trying to get in front of me, right? They're buying this space based on what words I typed in. Okay. So how do you compete like that? In the details, you don't need to do this on a daily basis. All the keywords that are relevant to this page are right here. But if you are going to do this yourself, if you were going to not use our software and go over to Google, you would need to know all the keywords. Okay. And we know all the keywords. We have resources that help us. So we put them all in automatically. So you don't have to. You see this blue text over here. It says Atlanta home value. And those are called headlines. You have to write a minimum of 3 headlines. I don't know if you know what you need to write there, but we do. And that's why we do it. This section here that says get market valuation, this gray, that's a description. You need to write 3 descriptions. So if you go to Google and you want to run an ad on Google on their platform and not use our software, you're going to do all these things I'm showing you here, all of this section. You're going to have to figure that out. Or you can just use our software, which costs $30 a month. And then you just find the tool you want and you go here. Now, I'm going to click on view link. You don't need to do this, but this is the Atlanta home page that I created earlier. And that's where I'm pointing to. So that's how the ad works, right? There's a great question that Kelly just brought up. What should we focus our ad dollars on? Google or Facebook? And it really depends on where you are in your business right now, right? If you're really new to the industry, like less than 2 years, I would tell you to focus on Facebook. There's a big reason why. When you run an ad, I'm going to jump out of this account here. When you run an ad on Facebook, and let's say you put $30 or you put $50 on it, I think I need a new battery or something. When you run an ad, 1 to 2 to 3,000 people will see each ad. So if you're new to the industry, I highly recommend you focus on Facebook. Sorry, my keyboard is acting like a jerk. Oh, there it goes. You also capture leads. So it's not just that they're getting seen and building your brand, you're getting leads. And this is what I tell like straight up new agents, right? Run $200 a month because you don't have a huge budget. So if you have more, then of course spend more, but 200 a month, that means every week, run a $50 ad. It could be about a home that you borrow. It could be about a PDF guide. It could be about a landing page, whatever, but four $50 ads a week. For that, depending on what you're doing, you could get anywhere from 50 to 150 leads. Okay. Let me show you this. So this is an unusual account. This is a Keller Williams team account, and they run ads. They've been running ads for about a year and a half. They spend about $100 per ad. So they've run 600 ads, but their business pages have been seen in North and South Carolina nearly 4 million times. This is why I tell agents to start here, because you can build your brand while you're capturing leads. But when I showed you this search on Google's the #1 website in the country. Okay. Facebook is number 3. But when we go to Facebook, it's because we're looking at pictures of our friends and family. We're looking at pictures of cats and what my friends ate and all this and that. That's all great, right? But I didn't go to Facebook looking for answers. I didn't go to Facebook looking for answers about anything. I was going to Facebook to go look at what my goofy friends are doing. Here is Chrissy's birthday. That's what Facebook is about. It's awesome. You get to see all the fun things. If I have a question, and not just if I have a question, if I'm an American adult in the United States, 86% of us will come to Google with our question, looking for answers. And if you have an ad on Google, you're going to be there answering a question. The downside of Google is those leads are more expensive. Okay. Now, when you use our Google software, it's like a $30 a month add-on, but you do get a free 30 days. So when you run an ad, I have to jump out on this. I'm going to show you one thing since we are here. This is current. These people have ads running right now. And you'll notice that over here, CPL means cost per lead, $625 a lead, 12 leads, right? $455 a lead, $385 a lead, $444. Why in the world is the lead cost different on every ad? You know who's maybe has that answer is a gentleman named Mark Zuckerberg. I have no idea how the price is set on these things, but reason I wanted to point that out to you is yes, a lot of people, when you see reach 3,300 people saw it, 1,000 people saw it, 2,000, 1,600, 3,700, 3,500 people saw it. That's why I'm saying Facebook can be very helpful for your brand. Google is not so helpful for your brand, right? But it is getting, because if I go ask a question and you're giving me the answer, you've got a high likelihood of converting that. What if we already have Google local service ads? What does that mean? Does that mean that when I do a search, you're popping up? Because if we go over here and maybe, Lindera, this is what you see here. It says sponsored. Yeah. Like these people here are sponsored agents in my area. Okay. If you're popping up like that, okay. Right. Like maybe that works. But if my question is, how do I sell my home? And you've got a PDF guide that says, here's 50 things to think of when you're selling your home, or here's how you can get your free home value. That might be helpful too. So I don't know what your ads are doing there, Lindera, but it's good that you're there. But I will say this, and I'm going to say this to you, Lindera, and every other agent. I have heard so many stories of realtors paying a lot of money for Google ads and getting 2 or 3. Ask some more questions. Find out what volume of leads you're going to get. And if you want, email me, Vince@listings2leads, and I can help you understand what you're looking at. Because you want to know, like, why am I paying for keywords? What are those? Let me show you something else. And I don't have a real estate page to show you. Maybe Krista here. Let's click on this and see it. Yeah. So you see this over here. There's a window kind of popping up. This is like a market. I don't know what they call this, but it's a sponsored kind of marketplace, right? It's like, and I've not even seen these kind of real estate things before, but that's cool. I think Google's starting to get it together. I do a search almost every week. Let me show you what I normally look at. This is a restaurant near me, and you see this page here. This has like your reviews. It has some stuff. Most of you have this. No, not most of you. Many of you have this. And you don't know quite what it's doing. When I showed you social media auto posting at the beginning of the call, I said, we'll auto post. We will auto post your listings and our landing pages to this section. This really helps the SEO of this. It makes this stronger for you. So Lindera, yeah, you could, I know that there's a keyword search. Yeah. So what that means is they are placing keywords, and I don't know who's running the ads for you. My email, everybody on this call, my email is vince@listingstoleads.com, just like our website, listingstoleads.com. And what we're doing when we're running an ad is we are running an ad based on keywords, right? So let's see if somehow I got lost here. Oh, that's because I logged out, logged in, got it. And so if let's see if I'm in the right place here. We jumped around a little bit, guys. My apologies, but there's just some interesting questions and also just what I think is really important that you see. It is the top of the hour. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Yeah. And so what you're saying, it sounds like ours are cheaper. That's the thing about Google Ads, because it's a bit of a black box. And really, it's really complicated. I've run ads myself. It's not, it's complicated in Google. We have made it incredibly easy. And you really want to focus with Google if you want more listings. And when you do, what I'm saying this very succinctly, don't go trying to get buyer leads on Google. They're too expensive. You can get buyer leads in Facebook in a heartbeat. Do landing page ads or PDF guides for listings on Google. That's how you should do that. Let's see if we have. Okay. So everybody, I don't see any other questions. Thank you for joining me today. We've got a great support team down here as well. Make sure if you have questions, lean on them. Just put it right there in the box and they'll help you. Have a great week. And thanks for joining me. Bye, everybody.